I went and I maybe spent that extra $20 on plants. All right, we're just gonna roll. If you don't know me, hi, my name's Amalia. I have existed on the internet before, but if I'm totally honest, I'm looking down the barrel of my 40th birthday here in the next year. And I'm sort of taking stock on things and realizing that I might suck a little. I don't suck as a person. It's not that I genuinely think that. It's that I think if I look back and consider the type of person that I thought I would be, or the life that I maybe imagined for myself when I was 40, it doesn't look anything like the life that I have now. And that's fine. Not everything goes according to plan. Obviously, if it did, that would be incredibly boring. And I have amazing stories. I just generally sort of say yes to fun stuff, and I have lots of just really wild life experience. But the fact of the matter is, as far as being like a functioning adult in my life right now, I'm kind of like not. You spat at the camera. I'm also realizing that I think I might be getting dumber. I don't know whether that's a thing that just happens as you get older, or if it's because I'm absolutely rotting my brain with my cell phone. I'm definitely rotting my brain with my cell phone, but I'm dumber than I was when I was younger. What I do with my mental energy and how I spend all of these precious hours of existence, like, I don't think I'm doing it that well right now. And I know that there are ways in which I can improve. So I think I'm gonna start a YouTube channel about it. I've never been like a vlogging girly so much. So I sort of see this less as a vlogging situation and more as like a finding community, looking for solidarity, maybe gathering information and soliciting tips type of project. But I think I'm just gonna talk to you about it and try to start where I am and accept that as the reality that it is and start trying to get better. Especially with things that I'm posting publicly, I tend to fall into the trap where, like, if it's not perfect, I don't post it. Or if I don't feel like it's perfect, my absolute best work, I don't post it. So my deliberate goal here is to make something that is imperfect, but is real. So I look like this, and my camera is this, and I sound like this, and the weather is this, and my neighborhood sounds like this, and that is the truth of today. There you go. This is what we're serving. I have like significant ADHD, and that manifests a lot of ways for me, but the thing that I struggle with most, and that this has been true for my whole life, is time. The fact of the matter is that my brain is simply not tracking time as it occurs. Today I messed up a timing thing for work. I actually started the day an hour early, which doesn't seem like it should be a bad thing, but then I was on an hour early trajectory for the rest of things I was supposed to be doing, and that made me absolutely miss something really, really important. I beat myself up a lot. My boss is also a good friend of mine, and he was very, very kind and gentle and very generous with me and was not mean to me about it at all. But also, like, I'm almost 40 and I want to be able to do things like this. And I think I can. I should be able to, right? So anyway, I sat in my car, and while I resisted the urge to have a meltdown and, you know, have a little cry, I did not resist the urge to just like eat some shitty food about it. But then I figured I should maybe put my big girl pants on. My money situation is horrible right now, but there was a loose 20 in my wallet, and I was like, you know what would really make me feel better right now is plants. Now, I didn't go to the expensive nursery, and I didn't go to the other expensive nursery, and but what I did do was I went to the grocery store, because, you know, groceries are justifiable. There are plenty of things that are going well for me in my life right now. I have a really happy relationship. I just got married in April. It's beautiful. We're having a great time. I'm really sort of in a good place creatively. I participate in my artistic community, and I teach classes, and that part is great. I really like that part. The other thing that I really have going for me that brings me so much joy at this time of year is my garden. So I'm sort of sitting out here now, right? It's a lot of space. I got my beautiful Japanese maple here. That's an apple tree. This is a Rainier cherry tree behind me. Like there are good things. Even on a bad day, there are good things. And I'm trying to keep them in sight. So in order to focus on the good things, I spent that extra $20 of mine in my wallet at the garden center. What we got here? I got a little pony pack of Dusty Miller because I have a patch of Dusty Miller in the front yard that has sort of naturalized and become perennial. I'm hoping that I can put this in the backyard and it might do the same thing. So that's one. I also got these were 3 for $10. So I mean, obviously you have to get 3. It's kind of the end of the season, right? And it needs water. But this is Common Thrift, which is an armeria. Armeria grows native here in the Pacific Northwest where I live. So like, I'm planting wildflowers, right? It's good for the environment. I have some of these in the front yard too. And I just really love how they mound and they look really nice. So I'm hoping that I can spread the love around a little bit. And then the other one that I got is this coneflower, this echinacea. It is a echinacea purpurea powwow wildberry. We're not saying powwow anymore. I don't know why. I don't like that it's called powwow wildberry. So let's just call it wildberry. So I got this beautiful echinacea. This one. I got this. That's the one. Is this how? Focus. I can't even tell if it's focusing. I'm a professional. It's a coneflower. It's an echinacea. And I think it's really cute. And it's going to be 20 inches tall and 16 inches wide. And I certainly have a 20-inch by 60-inch space that I would like to fill with a beautiful echinacea. So we're going to put that somewhere. I also have a real seed buying problem. And I found a color of zinnia that I haven't seen before today, or at least haven't noticed before today. So from Fairy Morse, I got a Luminosa pink zinnia. I'm not usually huge on the zinnia bandwagon, but I've been feeling like I want to start some seeds now in the later summer. We're just now hitting the end of June, and I want to give it a shot. So Luminosa pink. A couple of months ago, I randomly got a wild hair and decided to dig up a couple feet next to the fence in the yard. And I'm slowly turning it into kind of a flower bed. Mostly I've just been transplanting things from elsewhere. Like if something has self-seeded, I'll just like put the little seedling here along the fence line. A few things were plants that I had gotten at nurseries and just never picked a place for and never put in the ground. So there's some stuff along here, but now we're gonna put in some new stuff. I have no plan. I don't know. So I have my trusty Hori Hori. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend it. This, by the way, was I think maybe the first Christmas present that my now husband ever got for me. Man, oh man, find you one that gets you garden tools and then marry them up. And I think I'm just gonna start doing it. So maybe time lapse? Like speed it up a little bit? I don't know. Here goes. I'm actually realizing that I probably need a big girl shovel for at least some of this. I also went and got some compost because I'm gonna put some compost in these holes as I dig them. Okay, fast motion. My neighbor built this fence and it's great, but he really went ham on the pouring concrete where each post is. So I got to get a little creative with placement. Look at that! I found one of these little scalloped pavers. I've actually found kind of a bunch of these around the yard. I mean, not a bunch, but yeah, 5 or 6 probably. I don't know when they were from. It was buried pretty deep. But hey, finding treasure. Okay, now it's time to water it in. If you want it to grow, you have to water it in. And hey, while I do this, why don't you drink some water too, you beautiful dehydrated goblin. Okay, here goes. I think we're in pretty good shape. Is it perfect? No, of course not. But it's not supposed to be. That's the point of this whole thing. Do I feel a little better? I do. Yeah, I actually really do. So we're gonna call this first one a success. And try again tomorrow. All right, let's wrap it up. What's the moral of our story here? The moral of the story is that I'm almost 40 and I'm not done growing yet. I refuse to be done growing. I'm not done. So I'm just going to work on it. I'm going to intentionally look for ways to grow. Today, that is literally by putting plants in the garden. Tomorrow, I don't know. I'll try to find another small step. But if this is interesting to you, if you are in a similar place at the end of your 30s or the beginning of your 40s or wherever you are in life, and you want to grow with me, why don't you come along? I don't know. This is my first video, so if you hit subscribe, you're getting in on the ground floor, huh? Yeah. And if you have any questions or suggestions or tips or anything like that, please drop them in the comments. I'm really looking forward to connecting and trying to make sense of what a very weird moment this is. Maybe I'll come up with a cool send-off someday, but for today, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. All right, we'll see you next time.